Welcome to Khaganate Consciousness. I'm Gok Kagan. This channel is more than just a simple information sharing platform. It's a gateway guiding you on your journey to becoming the Kagan of your own reality. Here, you won't just learn new things. You'll rediscover your primal power, creative potential, and unity with the universe. Within each of us lies a Kagan, a ruler who governs their own domain, consciously or unconsciously shaping their destiny. The purpose of this channel is to awaken this inner Kagan, to show you how to harness their wisdom and power amidst the complexities of the modern world. We are not here to merely state this is this and that is that. Knowledge itself is valuable, but it's inert until applied. In the age of the internet, information is readily accessible, but the real challenge lies in how we integrate this profound knowledge into our daily lives. Our focus is to present you with this fundamental knowledge while also demonstrating how it can be applied and experienced. Our aim isn't just for you to watch and move on, but to equip you with the tools to rebuild your subconscious, bend your reality, and concretely manifest the life you envision. This is less about acquiring information and more about embarking on a transformative journey. What you'll find on the channel. The first main pillar of our channel will be our information sharing videos. Here, we'll explore universal truths that humanity has pursued for thousands of years, viewed through the lens of various disciplines. Our goal isn't to present this information like encyclopedia entries, but to unveil their impact on daily life and their potential to transform reality. Key topics we'll cover: spiritualism, understanding that our existence extends far beyond the physical body and seeing this bigger picture; esotericism and occultism, looking behind the veil of hidden teachings and unlocking the secrets within the depths of our subconscious; Tengrism and spiritual teachings and beliefs in early Turkic history, discovering the primal wisdom heritage of our ancestors and drawing inspiration from these powerful roots; Brahmanism and Buddhism, understanding the paths to inner peace and enlightenment offered by Eastern philosophies; mysticism and Sufism, delving into direct experience with the divine and the depths of spiritual healing; consciousness studies and the relationship of quantum physics with esoteric teachings, understanding how science and spirituality converge and how our thoughts influence matter; the connection of high consciousness with ancient aliens, Anunnaki, questioning the mysteries of past civilizations and levels of consciousness and their place in the evolution of our consciousness; Bedri Rukselman School, understanding the foundational teachings from the pioneers of Turkish spiritualism and adapting them to the present day. These videos will not only provide you with information, but also build a foundation for our meditation practices. Our aim isn't to break viewing records, but to ensure you take solid steps on your own journey of inner development. The second and perhaps most impactful section of our channel will be our meditation practices. Here we'll directly transform knowledge into experience. Some of our meditations will guide you with special sound frequencies and my verbal affirmations alone. You'll enter a state of deep relaxation, unlocking the doors to your subconscious. In another subtype, we'll meditate together. While I perform my own practice in front of the camera, you'll have a voice recorder. It can be your phone or a dedicated device to listen to the specific audio file I've embedded over the video. During this, I strongly recommend using high-quality Bluetooth headphones. Since I cannot be physically beside you at this moment, and to ensure the full effect of the frequency sounds we'll be listening to, it's absolutely essential to use high-quality stereo headphones in an environment where you won't be disturbed from outside. Otherwise, we won't get the desired binaural beat effect and full focus. When I ask you questions, you'll record your answers on this device and later solidify your inner journey by taking notes. Practices will apply. Inner awareness, inner healing, and tranquility. We'll use the power of frequencies to clear mental clutter, find inner balance, and provide self-spiritual healing. Subconscious reconstruction. Transforming limiting beliefs and creating new, empowering programs. Dream work and astral projection intentions. Journeying into the depths of your subconscious, experiencing different dimensions. Reality bending and frequency. Alignment practices. These will be our most intense work. You'll learn step by step how to shape your own reality with the power of your intention, emotions, and frequencies. These practices will offer profound experiences that require your active participation, not just passive listening. Our information videos will provide you with the necessary foundational knowledge and infrastructure to participate in these practices. Now, let's focus on the first stop of this journey. The connection between consciousness and reality. How does everything begin? In this section, we'll delve deep into how your intention and emotional frequency create your reality. Most of us believe that external reality is entirely independent of us, that events simply happen to us, and that we are subject to external conditions we can't control. However, both the astonishing discoveries of modern quantum physics and thousands of years of primal wisdom teachings point to the exact opposite. Everything vibrates. Everything in the universe, from atoms to galaxies, from our thoughts to our emotions, is energy vibrating at a specific frequency. We too, as energetic beings, constantly emit vibrations at certain frequencies. The most powerful factor determining our vibrational frequency are our thoughts, our intentions, and especially our emotions. The universe, in turn, responds to the frequencies you constantly emit, just like a radio station. Here, we're not talking about naive New Age movements, charlatanry, or personal development scams. We are discussing fundamental laws of the universe. Pure physics, just like entropy, quantum entanglement, or gravity. We can simply say that our physicists haven't yet fully formulated the physical theorem related to this topic or prepared its mathematical foundation. But this doesn't prove the non-existence of that law or the teachings from around the world that inform us of it. It merely shows that we haven't discovered it yet, but we use it without knowing exactly how it works. Most of us don't know how an internal combustion autocycle engine works, but we drive cars, right? This is similar. Let's move on to the principle of reality's response to frequencies. The universe reflects back to us the frequency we send out. We can imagine this with a simple experiment. Place two guitars in a room. When you pluck the A string of one, the A string of the other guitar will spontaneously begin to vibrate. Why? Because they resonate at the same frequency. If you have two guitars, especially if one is an electric guitar, I strongly suggest you try this by placing the other guitar in front of the amplifier. I know very well that analytical minds like mine demand proof. I used to be very distant from these teachings myself. But over time, as I saw my own universal and personal proofs, everything changed for me. The same principle applies to our relationship with the universe. If we are vibrating at low frequencies, accumulated fear, anxiety, inadequacy, anger, guilt, or shame in our subconscious, the universe presents us with experiences, events, challenges, and people that align with these frequencies. This is the biggest reason why we constantly live in the same vicious cycles and face the same problems in our lives. However, if we vibrate at high frequencies, gratitude, love, joy, generosity, forgiveness, peace, then we attract abundance, health, harmony, opportunities, and deeply meaningful relationships into our lives. This is essentially the most fundamental principle of the law of attraction. Like attracts like. In other words, what you focus on, what you feel, you tend to attract into your life. So if it's that simple, why aren't we all living the life we want? Why do the same problems resurface repeatedly? This is where you'll clearly see how, even as your higher consciousness tries to escape the reality you want to avoid, you continue to create that same reality with the emotions and thoughts vibrating at that frequency. Let's say you want to get rid of financial difficulties and debts. You might consciously intend for money to come. But if your subconscious harbors deeply rooted beliefs and fears like, I have no money, how will I pay? Debts will ruin me, along with a profound sense of anxiety and stress, then your subconscious and the frequency you emit will confirm a state of lack or inadequacy. The universe will continue to bring you situations that align with this frequency of lack. New debts, unexpected expenses, or income losses might appear, because you are in essence vibrating at the lack frequency. This situation is precisely how the law of mirroring works. What's within is reflected outwardly. Your outer world is a reflection of your inner world. How you see yourself, how you react to life, life gives you the same in return. Which frequency gives high vibration in which emotion? Let's explain this in more detail with examples. The frequency ranges of emotions are generally accepted approaches in spiritual sciences and energy work, supported by experience. Remember that these values are not absolute scientific measurements, but rather represent vibrational correspondence in our energy body. Low frequencies and emotions. Shame is around 20 Hz, one of the lowest vibrational emotions. A feeling of complete worthlessness, shame of existence. Guilt is around 30 Hz. A tendency to self-punish, remorse. Anxiety, apathy is around 50 Hz. Lack of energy, lack of motivation, withdrawal from life. Grief, pain is around 75 Hz. Sense of loss, depression, sadness, fear around 100 Hz. Perception of danger, desire to flee, panic. For example, when you constantly create negative scenarios about the future or dwell on potential misfortunes, you vibrate at this frequency. This can indeed attract the events you fear or situations that could lead to them into your life. Desire is around 125 Hz. Dependence on external sources, constantly chasing something, dissatisfaction. Anger around 150 Hz. High tension, destructive energy, resentment. When you consistently adopt a critical, judgmental attitude towards a situation, envy others' successes, gossip, or constantly complain, your subconscious vibrates at these frequencies. This leads to attracting more situations to criticize, events to complain about, or tense relationships into your life. Because your energy is low, you might constantly feel tired and exhausted. Pride, around 175 Hz. Self-admiration, arrogance, feeling superior to others. This can lead to a downfall, high frequencies and emotions. Courage is around 200 Hz. Initiating action, desire to overcome obstacles, determination. When you overcome a difficult decision, aren't afraid to step into something new, or fully trust your own abilities, you vibrate at this frequency. This opens new paths for you, brings success, and provides the inner strength needed to overcome obstacles. Neutrality, around 250 Hz. Staying in the flow, independence from external factors. Tranquility, willingness is around 310 Hz. Participating in the flow of life, desire to learn and grow. Acceptance is around 350 Hz. Seeing truth as they are, releasing resistance, peace. Reason not logic, around 400 Hz. Ability to understand, analyze, problem solve, love is around 500 Hz. One of the highest vibrations. Connection, compassion, sense of unity. joy, happiness around 540 Hz, creative and expansive energies. That pure joy and excitement you feel when doing a beloved hobby, playing with your children, or working on a new idea carries you to these frequencies. This will attract more opportunities, creative energy, and happiness into your life. Peace is around 600 Hz, deep tranquility, inner serenity. Enlightenment 700 plus Hz, integration with universal consciousness, pure awareness. What about quantum synchronicity? This is the state of being in the right place at the right time, the miracles that seem like coincidences. In reality, there is no such thing as coincidence. Everything, even the moment a leaf falls, happens at a specific instant to convey something to someone. Physical encounters especially are never random. I'm not talking about every person who walks past you on the street. Most of them simply pass by without actually encountering you. They are merely extras to make your created reality believable for you. In the same way, you act as an extra in their created reality illusion, so they can believe in their reality. However, the moment someone stops and talks to you, or you share a good or bad moment with someone, that is a meaningful encounter. Everything that happens at that moment is a work session organized for use by your appointed guides. When our consciousness focuses on a specific reality, sets an intention, and accompanies that intention with high-frequency emotions, the universe begins to bring together coincidences, synchronizations, the right people, and opportunities to support that intention. For instance, you've been dreaming of a particular job for a while. You feel you have the necessary qualifications. You vividly imagine yourself doing that job, and you hold a deep belief that it will happen. While vibrating at this intention and emotional frequency, soon a job posting perfectly suited for you might appear from an unexpected source, or you might meet someone from that field and establish the right connection. You might even receive an offer from a friend saying, "There's a perfect job for you," when it wasn't even on your mind. This is your consciousness shaping reality. The universe is like a supercomputer that responds to the frequency you emit. When you change the frequency, the universe offers you different results. In conclusion, the impact of consciousness on reality is an undeniable truth. As the Kagans of your own domain, you are consciously or unconsciously creating your reality every moment. Your thoughts and emotions are like seeds. The more you nurture them, the more they grow in your life. The important thing is to become aware of this power and consciously direct it towards your highest good and desires. The primary purpose of this video is to help you gain this initial awareness. The first step on your journey to bending reality, reconstructing the subconscious, and becoming the full master of your own domain begins with this very awareness. In future videos, we will experience concrete steps and practices on how to utilize this power. Remember, dear friends, you are a part of this universe and the creators of your own reality. Discovering the power within you and living as a Kagan who governs their own domain with consciousness is in your hands. This channel will illuminate your path on this journey, provide tools, and be with you every step of the way. Instead of just listening to information, be ready to feel it in your soul and apply it in your life. Now, are you ready to take the first step into this power? You see, this is the only way for us to stay truly connected, for you to be informed about our work, and for us to reach more incredible individuals like you, given how these platforms work. So please, you already know what needs to be done. I don't need to tell you to subscribe, to like this video, to hit that notification bell, or to leave a comment, do I? No, I don't, because I know you've already taken those vital steps for our shared journey. Support us in nurturing this community with your questions and comments. Remember, this isn't just a channel, it's a community, a space for rebirth. In our next video, in the light of this knowledge, we'll begin one of our initial meditation practices that transforms reality. This video consists of two parts: introduction to meditation and deep relaxation practice. I know this might be boring for some of you, but you can skip the first part and jump directly into the deep relaxation practice if you wish. I can't wait for you to awaken your Kaganlık consciousness. Thank you for being with me on this journey. See you again. Esin Kalan.